So this is Marlon. He's going to turn
Hi,
15
Marlon.
years old in March, probably. And he really, since he's been here at the ranch, he had arthritis for a long time. But when we brought him out to the ranch, a lot of his arthritic movements cleared up. He gets a lot of opportunity to exercise. He runs all over the place, and he looks like a very young, fit dog. So it's only when I look at the calendar that I realize that he's 15.
That's great. And I will say something about the tall platform, and that, he has that confidence to jump up on that tall platform, but you may find that that uses up a lot of his strength, hind end strength for the day. So it might be worth it using a lower platform that looks like that platform, or really teaching the 2 stairs up. But he looks great. Like, I'm looking at him right now, and he looks so good.
And what's interesting is, like you said, I just took the platform away. I didn't use the platform during Clicker Expo Live this weekend. I just sort of decided that I didn't really need it, and I'm hopeful that he works well without it. I just like the elevation that it gives it.
Right. You might put a treat down on that platform, since he just moved over to it. He was so good about that. Okay, so, as you say, Ken, advanced training is just the simple stuff done really well. So we are going to do the simple exercise. I did this at Clicker Expo this weekend. I'll be doing it in my KPA course coming up. I often start with this exercise because it's important. And it's important for the dogs, for strengthening the dog's hind end, because their hind end's down and their front paws are up. They are putting more muscle on the hind end, using more muscle on the hind end. So we are going to ask him to step up, and how that's going to look is, you are going to be on, if you're facing the end of the platform, he'll be on the dog side like he is now, and you'll be on the opposite side, standing in the middle and inviting him up. We may have to do some troubleshooting, but we can see what happens when you use now. Some people may not have this behavior, but I know you do. So you'll be able to use your hand as a target, or a target stick like you're doing, or a nosed hand touch, or any number of things to ask him forward to step up on the platform. What we're looking for is him not being in an angle. So we want him to have a runway up, so we can see what that's like without putting anything on the ground. But let's just see what the first one looks like with, let's just put a few treats down on the ground, and then you go get on the other side of the platform and invite him to in front of you.
Okay. Hey, bud.
Step a little closer to the platform. Nice.
You put 1 foot on it.
That was great. And now reset him about 6 feet out, since he sat down. And we'll try again.
There you go.
And you can go ahead and move back over to the other side of the platform. Invite him up again.
Marlon.
You might need to step back just a hair.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, let's bring him back for a reset. And I was wrong about stepping back. I'm changing that back to where you were before, which looked good. Nice. Oh, yeah. Ha, 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 ha. Look how good he looks. Oh, he looks so good. Yeah, just reinforce him like 100 times. And when you ask him off, maybe ask him off to your right or your left with the target, so that he goes back to that same area behind him for reinforcement.
Come here, buddy. You want me to have him come back?
No, I want you to go back to where you initially were, which is about 5 feet behind him. Yep, there. Scatter a few and go back to your position. Good. So that will be our little cycle. You'll go where you are now. Yep. You'll invite him up. You'll feed him a few times. You'll ask him off with some sort of target and take him back to 6 feet or so, 5 feet, whatever. He's a big dog, so we want him to have plenty of space to come up straight.
Come on up, bud. Good.
Nice. Oh my gosh, he looks so good, Ken.
Hear that, buddy? She says you look good.
Really, it looks great. He looks great.
I'm just happy that he's on the little platform. He didn't come on it initially today, and I thought, okay, we'll have to work on that today. He coached me right through it.
I am just thrilled.
What are we going to do next? Do we need to reset him again?
Yes, reset him again and just give him a break. You can pick up the platform or anything you'd like to do. Well, that went really quickly.
Yeah.
So to strengthen, that's great. So to strengthen his hind end, what we would want to do is build duration on the platform. He had really nice alignment. I couldn't see his back right foot because of the camera angle. So the next time we put the platform down, we might put it a little closer to where you just put it versus so far this way, so, rather than closer to the camera. His alignment looked pretty dang good.
Yeah.
You know what we're looking for in alignment. I'm just going to pull out my goat. I don't know if you can see this, but we're looking for both hind legs to be under the hips rather than wide or narrow.
I can see what you're showing me. I am not able to see that from over here in my workspace, but I can see it.
Okay.
I'll have to change the camera. Hold on. Hi, buddy.
Okay.
Are you watching this? Okay. Now I can see you.
Okay. So we are looking for, this is one of those observation skills for movement nerds, which I know you're one, really. Okay. So, so we want the hind feet under, as much under the hips as they can be for the dog's build, rather than way out or 1 foot in front of the other. This is my little goat. Same with the front legs. We'd like them directly under the shoulders rather than one in front of the other or wide or too narrow. We want the neck light nice and long. I mean, the back nice and long, the tail not tucked. We want the head in neutral. Now we're feeding up a little bit. When we feed up a little bit initially, what we're doing is encouraging the weight shift to the hind legs because we're building muscle back there. Gotcha. So some dogs that I've worked with are really, really good at compensating by getting up on a platform and then kind of putting their weight over their front feet so that they don't really have to have the weight back on their hind feet. But we are going to pay special attention to making sure he does put a bit of weight and therefore not overworking him. This is all about approximations, okay? We're not going to get to 20 to 30 seconds of duration today. We might add a few seconds. We might add 5 seconds or 10 seconds. I don't know. This is a foundation exercise for really beginning to understand the weight shift and the body position. And then this is an exercise we build on, but to eventually get so strong in the hind end that he would be able to put his front legs up over time, like in 6 weeks or so, to 8 inches with his weight shifted to the hind end and hold that for about 30 seconds. Okay. And this particular exercise takes like 5 minutes a day. I mean, it really is not time intensive at all.
Yeah.
And it's also a foundation to moving to rear feet up although we would never go to we would not go to 8 inches, but rear feet up and then starting to target with the hind feet and then backing up. So
Okay.
we start doing a lot of add-ons to this very exercise, including give me a paw so that the weight shifts to one back paw more if we
Okay.
ask for one front paw. Moving the head around while they're up there to kind of challenge the balance. There's so many things, Ken.